Hola amigos, soy Jane y esto es Fincarte. Bienvenidos. Hello friends, I'm Jane and this is Fincarte. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning visitor, thank you for coming back. Right, today I wanted to show you what our soil is like. So I'm trying to find a bit of ground where we have not augmented the soil or done anything to it to kind of show you what we originally started with. Have a look at this. Yeah, it's the beach. Come to Spain, go to the beach. Kind of hard to try and grow vegetables on the beach. Strangely enough, actually, that's just reminded me. I grew up near a place called Findhorn in the northeast of Scotland. And at Findhorn, when I was at school, there was a lady who basically was growing amazing fruit, vegetables, and flowers on sand. And people had a great deal of trouble. All her neighbors had trouble growing things, and everybody in this little seaside village was amazed at how well all her things grew. And that was actually the beginnings of the Findhorn Foundation. It has moved on to some really amazing stuff, but at the time it was reported in the press that she spoke to fairies and they helped her in the garden. Well, you know, I'll try anything. I have not followed along. I know the Findhorn Foundation do a lot of run a lot of courses that are perhaps a little bit more esoteric than where I want to go. But I think there were some sound horticultural practices there which are very much more mainstream now than they were back in the 1970s. Anyway, this here is my compost pile, and it started with beach sand, and basically I just fenced off a small area and I started putting mostly the veggie scraps from the kitchen. This is not ideal compost. I do know that. It's still very dry at the moment, but it's most definitely not sand. It is 100 times better than the sand that we began with. And there are places where it's still really, really moist and looking quite good in there. I'm in the process of digging it out and taking what I can from it to augment the garden in preparation. The garden's behind me there. In preparation for autumn planting, which will begin in the next week or two. This is not how we made compost in the UK. It's not, for us, it's not possible to do it the way we did in the UK. It is far too dry, and I have enough trouble watering my plants without having to water the compost as well. However, what I'm getting isn't that bad. You can grow in that stuff, that's not an issue. It takes about 2 years to give me about 4 or 5 inches of compost. And it doesn't cover a huge area because there isn't a lot. But it is somewhere to put my veggie scraps. Every little helps. Yeah, every little helps. I have spread some of the compost down here. You can see here the original soil, which is very sandy, and here this has got a little bit more bits in. It's actually gouged out in places because a hen got into the garden and started digging. It's not perfect, but you know, it's better than nothing at all. I will be getting some manure, and that will be added to it, as well as maybe a bag or two of bought compost. It just depends what it looks like when I start working with it. But as you can see, the aubergines are still producing, and my pumpkins are still ripening, and I can't clear these. And amazingly enough, in spite of the fact that I stopped watering them and tried to kill them basically, the courgettes are coming again, and I am getting courgettes. Not many, but a few. So if I want to plant my winter veg, what do I do with all this stuff that's not finished? And then some stuff that I would be planting, I'm imagining that I can get beans at this time of year. I don't know, I need to go down to the garden centre. I might take you with me for that. But some of those things need soil that is not newly or freshly manured, but has been manured in the past. If I put manure down on this now, how long do I have to wait before I plant them? I mean, how do you manage that? It's a small garden. I cannot leave ground untended for long periods of time. So yeah, if anybody knows how you manage that with a small garden, let me know. We have an exciting new project that is poised to begin. You're going to have to wait to find out what it is. Thank you for watching. See you next time, hopefully with some good news and a new project. Bye now. Oh, yes, don't forget, hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, share the video, pass it along.